Good day! Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Tuesday, September 7, 2021. Quezon City Representative Precious Hipolito Castelo and her husband, Councilor Winston Winnie Castelo, were linked to alleged irregularities in the implementation of the Tulong Panghanap Buhay sa Ating Disadvantaged or Displaced Workers or TUPAD program of the Department of Labor and Employment. Barangay Holy Spirit Chairman Felicito Valmosina said in a press conference on Monday he decided to cut ties with the Castelos after learning from some TUPAD beneficiaries about anomalies in the cash aid program being implemented in District 2 by the Lawmaker. Valmosina said he was furious when the aid recipients told him they had kept silent even if they were shortchanged because they thought he was in league with the Castelos. Healthcare workers from different national government agencies will be deployed in public hospitals that are struggling with the influx of COVID-19 admissions. The new deployments, according to Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere, are on top of the personnel from the Bureau of Fire and Protection and the Philippine National Police assigned to vaccination sites and primary care facilities. Dr. Maria Encarnita Limpin of the Philippine College of Physicians believes that even with additional manpower, the country's healthcare system will still not be able to cope with the steady stream of COVID-19 cases. Manila Mayor Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso urged the government to buy remdesivir and tocilizumab, drugs that are included in the treatment of COVID-19 patients instead of face shields. In his Facebook page, Domagoso advised the country's lead agency in COVID-19 response to buy the antiviral drugs instead of face shields. The mayor later told reporters that drugs will be more helpful to the public than the shields. Former First Lady Imelda Marcos and 9 others were the first batch of laureates who received the award for promoting Philippines-China Understanding or APCU for fostering amity between the two countries. The 10 APCU laureates were chosen by the Association of Philippines-China Understanding and the Chinese Embassy in Manila. Marcos and former Special Envoy to the Philippines to China, former Ambassador Francis Chua, took the APCU's Hall of Fame award. Marcos was cited for helping her husband, then President Ferdinand Marcos, seal the establishment of the diplomatic ties between China and the Philippines in June 1975. The other awardees under the Outstanding Contributions category were Dr. Romel Banlawi, Herman Tiu Laurel, Teresita Angsi, and Dr. Lourdes Tanueco Nepomuceno. Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Jose Maria Joy Concepcion III has lauded the decision of the government to impose granular lockdowns in the National Capital Region, saying it was a step forward in the fight against COVID-19. Concepcion said it was time that we try new approaches to stem the spread of the virus. He renewed his push for setting up vacuna bubbles or COVID-free zones that will allow vaccinated individuals access to establishments like shopping centers and dining places. The National Capital Region or Metro Manila will shift to the less restrictive general community quarantine from September 8 to 30. Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. said on Monday President Rodrigo Duterte approved the shift in principle together with the pilot testing of the granular lockdown concept in the metropolis. Roque said the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases is expected to release the guidelines for a granular lockdown today at the latest. Over to business. Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III said they will continue with their sustainable and prudent borrowing strategy until 2022 to further the country's pandemic response and to support economic recovery, while also ensuring a strong cash position. In a virtual briefing before the House Ways and Means Committee on Monday, Dominguez said the debt management strategy of the administration increased investments in social services to a higher 3-year average. The finance chief reported that the government spent an average of 1.29 trillion pesos per year from 2016 to 2019, compared to the 1.27 billion peso combined average annual expenditures of the last 4 administrations. Dominguez said that incurring debt even amid the pandemic is the right thing to do if it will help the people's needs and keep the economy afloat, but he emphasized that borrowings should be used in a prudent manner. In sports, Filipino-Japanese karateka Junat Tsuki won the gold medal in the Karate 1 Premier League on Sunday night, Philippine time, at the Cairo International Stadium in Egypt. Tsuki defeated Rashi Arig of Egypt in the women's under 50 kg division kumite final as she landed a yuko, which is a punch to the head or body of the opposition, to escape from a close battle and win 2-1. With the victory, Tsuki claimed the prize of 750 euros or around 44,000 pesos as she took her second gold medal at the Karate Premier League, with her first gold she won in Lisbon, Portugal last May. Tsuki went undefeated in the round-robin matches, topping Yorgeli Salazar of Venezuela 8-8 and Alexandra Grujic of Austria 3-1 to enter the semifinals. Antonio Contreras and Dian Macabenta are today's front-page columnists. Contreras discusses a cleansing of a political sin, while Macabenta asks two senators on their ambitions to become the country's next vice president. Today's editorial talks about drawing the face of the new Afghanistan. Read the full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the Voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Arik John Seco reporting. Have a safe Tuesday ahead.